Welcome back. It's Carla's Calorie Crush and I don't know what week it is. Hang on. It's week 31. It's Carla's Calorie Crush week 31. It's been an interesting week. I have definitely walked more. I did find on my fitness watch app on my phone, Anthony showed me, that I can track my walks. So the first 2 walks I did this week with the dogs, I came home and I found a map app on the computer and I tracked the walk on there. And then I was telling Anthony that I'd done this and he said, but you can do that on your new watch thing. And I was like, oh, I didn't know that. So he showed me and I tracked it. The third time I went out for a walk, I tracked it and it was fine, went well. The next time I tracked it, it started tracking me halfway around my walk and then it stopped tracking me halfway around my walk as well. So I've drawn the other bit in. So you'll be seeing that on the screen. Whilst you can hear my voice, you should be seeing those pictures on the screen. So I've drawn the other bit in, which means the amount that it says I've walked isn't accurate. But the third walk, number 3 walk, that's accurate. I walked a mile. This is a huge thing for me. I don't walk a mile. I don't walk a yard. I have for years parked as close to the door of the supermarket as I could get. Parked as close to where I'm going as I could get. I don't walk if I can help it. I don't enjoy going for a walk. It's not a pleasurable thing for me. It's still painful. Even though I've lost 5 and a bit stone, it's still painful. My knees still hurt. I'm all right on the way out, but by the time it's time to come home, I'm like, it's a long way home and my knee really hurts now. But I am persevering. And I found it helpful if I set a target on the skyline for something I'm going to head towards and don't stop till I get there and things like that. So that's major for me. That's more exercise than I'm used to doing. Also this week, I have drunk almost every day 2 of these. This is a 750ml bottle. I say almost every day. I haven't drunk any today because I forgot to take it downstairs last night and then I forgot to take it and I've got no excuse. So I've got hundreds of spurious excuses, but no real excuse. I just haven't done it today. But every day since I bought this, bar 1, I have filled it twice with sugar-free squash and drunk it twice. The only day I didn't was, I think, Friday. The reason for that was because I went out. I rushed out of the house early to go and see Mum. And I didn't get home until nearly lunchtime. And I drank 1 during the afternoon. I went to bed Friday afternoon, so I drank 1 during the afternoon. But I don't like to drink too much water after 6 p.m. because I'll be up all night. But apart from that, I've drunk 2 of these every day. Have I noticed any difference? No. Have I got more energy? I don't think so. Am I peeing a lot? Yes. My skin perhaps feels a little less dry. I suppose that's one thing I may have noticed, that my skin, I have very, very dry skin on my legs and that perhaps feels a little less dry. So I presumably am more hydrated. I'm going to persevere. Even though I haven't done it today, I am going to persevere. I'm going to keep that going. I've got another non-scale victory. This is a pack of pants. They are from Marks and Spencer's. They should have been £12. They were £2.50 in the sale. They are a size 24. There were only 4 pairs in the pack because 1 pair is on my bottom. I am wearing a pair of size 24 Marks and Spencer pants. This is a non-scale victory for me. I have not been a size 24 for a long time and I don't think I've ever been able to buy anything off a peg in Marks and Spencer's. So yeah, so I was very pleased to get 5 pairs of knickers for £2.50 and even more pleased when they went on and they're comfortable. So yeah, all of these factors, not the pants don't really affect how I feel about getting on the scales, but the other factors, the doing more exercise and the drinking more water, I did wonder, will that have an effect on the scales? Will it have a positive effect? Will I lose more weight than usual? Will it have a negative effect? Will I have gained weight because I'm full of water? I just don't know. Speaking of the scales, I have today ordered a new set of scales. They are a brand called Renpho, R-E-N-P-H-O. I will link them below. They measure all sorts of things like body fat and all the rest of it, but they're supposed to be very reliable. I am losing faith a little bit in the reliability of my scales. Sometimes when I get on them, they say one thing and then I move them a millimetre to the left and they say something complete, like £4 difference either way for the sake of a millimetre and things like that. I realise this is probably because my kitchen floor is not completely level and I try and put them on the same spot every time. But I'm not particularly confident in my scales and their reliability. So I've ordered some new bathroom scales. These ones come highly recommended by lots of people in the NutriCheck Facebook support group. So I'm quite excited that hopefully they're going to be really good, and apparently you can just calibrate them, and which I can't do with mine. So I'm looking forward to them coming. But it does make me wonder whether I will weigh completely different weight on them to what I do on my current scales. So when they arrive, they're due to arrive tonight. When they arrive, I think I'm going to film. I'll put the two scales side by side and get on one and then get on the other, and we can have a look. And that'll be in next week's video. That won't appear in this week's video because I'll have put this video up by then. But yeah, so we'll have a look and see if they compare, see if they say the same, and if they don't, then I'm not going to be upset by whatever next week's weigh-in is. I might be delighted, but what I mean is if they don't weigh the same and they say I'm heavier, I'm just going to have to accept that next week and hope that they are accurate from then on. So next week I am prepared in my mind already that there might be a significant variation between what my old scales have said I've weighed all this time and what my new scales are going to register. And so be it. The other thing I wanted to talk about is this video and the format. So as you know, if you watch regularly, last week I changed the format. I tried out the new format and I said to you guys that I wasn't 100% sure that I liked it, and I asked you for your honest opinions and you were very honest. And I do appreciate that. I have not taken offence at anything anyone said regarding to the format of the video because I really wanted to know. I think the overall consensus is you prefer the old way. Some of you said you like the new way. Almost all of you said that I hadn't left the pictures of the food on the screen long enough so it flashed past before you could read it. So although one or two of you said that you really liked the new format, I think you were overwhelmingly outvoted by those who prefer the old. And because it didn't really save me a lot of time doing it the new way, I'm going to go back to the old way. I'm going to go back and I'm going to do it the old format. I'm going to try to just get a bit ahead of myself on the editing of it, which would mean that maybe each day I edit the footage from the previous day and try and save myself a little bit of Monday that way. Because currently what happens is my entire Monday is spent editing the waffle and the calorie crush, and there's no Monday left either side. So that's my plan. We're going back to the old format. I'm going to try and be a bit more organised with my editing. I'm taking out the NutriCheck screenshots because you guys are all pretty much said you don't watch them, you're not interested in them very much. I put them in because I felt that they were like a proof, I suppose, a proof that I wasn't lying about what I'd eaten. And I wasn't filming everything I put in my mouth. I got to the point where I wasn't filming all of my snacks, but I was putting them all into the app. So I felt that if you guys were adding up the calories for the meals and going, well, she had 300 calories for breakfast and 300 calories for lunch and 600 calories for dinner, and that should be 12, and yet she says she's had 1900, that you'd be able to go and you'd be able to look at the screenshots and see where the other calories came from. But apparently you're not that bothered. You're not policing me quite the way I thought you were, which is absolutely fine. I don't need you to police me, but I think I was hell-bent on transparency and not having anyone say, well, you haven't shown us that. So if anybody at any point says, I'd like to see your screenshot from Wednesday, the blah of blah, I'll send it to you via Facebook. But since most of you say you really didn't feel that that was adding anything to the experience, they're gone. They're history. And that will save me a little bit of time in the editing process. But I'm still using the app. I still really recommend the app. Really strongly recommend it. I think it's fantastic. I think it's really helpful. And yeah, I'm still using it and I will continue to do so. So we'll pop into the food diary. It's the old format. And then after that, I'll go and hop on the scales. Monday morning breakfast is porridge. It's a simple porridge with banana and choc shop. Monday lunch, I've got some leftover roast lamb in a wrap with a little bit of mint sauce, salad. And then I've got strawberries and yoghurt for afterwards with a bit of choc shop. My evening meal is leftover lamb made into a curry using Uncle Ben's medium curry sauce, a Tilda boiled in the bag, a single portion of rice, and 2 Sharwood's pop 'em at home in the microwave poppadoms. Dessert is a protein world mug cake with a frozen mint chocolate aero mousse. Tuesday breakfast, porridge, banana, choc shop. My lunch, which I ate in the car, was some Bernard Matthews turkey breast chunks, some chicken satay skewers, and I only had 1 packet of these, despite the fact that's the empty packet. 3 go-ahead fruit slices, they're 55 calories each. Evening meal on Tuesday, sausages and onion gravy, mashed potato and steamed cabbage. My pudding is strawberries with coconut yoghurt and choc shop. Breakfast is a big fruit salad. I've got 200 grams of melon, 100 gram each of strawberries and grapes, 90 grams of banana, an easy peeler under there, and then 270 grams of yoghurt because it needed using up, so that's going to be quite high. Lunch is spaghetti bolognese. I've got 75 grams dry weight of pasta. I've got a portion of my bolognese from the freezer, and I've got 17 grams of cheese because that's how many it worked out at. This is a Protein World slender mug cake, chocolate chip one, with a mini Iceland Viennetta. I don't know why it grew with why my cake grew with a hole in the middle, but it'll be fine. Dinner is steak, new potatoes and salad. Breakfast on Thursday, porridge, banana and choc shot, and one of these. I've drunk 2 of these every day since Saturday. I drank one on Friday because I didn't buy this until Friday afternoon, and I've drunk 2 of these every day since Saturday. And I've peed a lot. Lunch is Sainsbury's ready-made chicken casserole with tender veg medley or something, and sweet potato mash. Evening meal is a Sainsbury's chicken korma with a couple of the Carla'S microwave poppadoms. I think this is 511 and the poppadoms are about 35 calories each.
It's kind of half cake, half soup.
Mini Viennetta, excuse David Baddiel banging on in the background. Mini Viennetta, these are from Iceland. They are under 100 calories each. They're very nice. Friday morning, and I'm unexpectedly at Mum's, and I haven't had breakfast yet, so I'm going to have one of Mum's bananas. Okay, I've left Mum's now, and I've stopped at Subway and got myself this for breakfast. It is egg and cheese on whole grain bread, and it's 300 calories. It doesn't look great, but I'm sure it tastes lovely. I'm bloody starving. Banana didn't touch the sides. Lunch, I've got a Big Mac, which is somewhere around 550 calories. I haven't had a Big Mac since I started my calorie plan, so I have not had a Big Mac in 7 or 8 months, maybe more, because McDonald's was shut for a bit as well before that. And of course a fruit bag, because there's no point wasting calories on the fries when I don't particularly get any kick out of the fries. So yeah, really looking forward to this. I will put the whole calories on the screen. Look, Natalie ordered herself a McFlurry that she didn't eat, and I've got it, and it's a mini one, and it's only 140 calories. I haven't had a McFlurry for well over a year. I got a McFlurry! Woo! I really should get out more. I mean, I'm in bed for starters. My evening meal was some egg tortilla boats, which I made and had with iceberg lettuce, cucumber, tomatoes, carrot and some mayonnaise. Followed by a Protein World slender birthday cake mug cake with ambrosia lighter custard. Saturday breakfast is 2 Richmond meat-free sausages in 2 slices of small Warburton's bread and a banana. For lunch on Saturday I had a Lidl's frittata. This is bacon and mature cheese frittata. That's 194 calories, and I had it with some reduced fat coleslaw, which is awful, and lettuce, tomatoes and cucumber. A little bit of mayo. And for my dessert, I had a flour and white chocolate meringue bar. These are delicious. They come in several flavours. I will link them below. They're all under 100 calories. My evening meal is a Sainsbury's low-calorie pizza. This is 402 calories for the whole thing, with a little blob of light mayo. And then for pudding, I've got jelly and ice cream. My bowl's still hot from the dishwasher, that's why I haven't put the jelly in yet. The ice cream in yet. Breakfast on Sunday, I've got Protein World skinny waffles with banana and choc shot. Lunch is 2 of my tortilla egg boats that I made the other night, and salad, 50 grams of Lidl's reduced fat coleslaw, which by the way is the work of the devil and tastes disgusting. If anybody knows of a decent reduced fat coleslaw that doesn't taste like it's reduced fat, please let me know. Pudding. Pudding is a peppermint arrow. Dinner. Dinner is a Marks & Spencer sweet and sour meal for one. 621 calories, and I'm really looking forward to it. I hope it's nice. Pudding. I've got a massive bowl of fruit. There's 100 grams each of grapes and strawberries, 200 grams of melon, and 200 grams of coconut yogurt with coconut chocolate. Monday. 21 4.5. There we go. That's a £3 loss this week, and I am very pleased with it. However, I'm a little bit sceptical because, as I said earlier, not 100% confident in my scales. I got on them about 8 times this morning, and they registered things between 21, 21.10, 21.8 several times, 21.3 a couple of times, and 21.4. And they said 21.4.5 more times than they said any of the other things. So that's the one I went with. But the fact that there's such a variation between 21.10 to 21.3.5, that's a £6.5 difference. That's almost half a stone just by moving them maybe a fraction of an inch across the kitchen floor. That's what made me think I'm not very confident in these scales anymore. So hopefully when the new scales come, that will rebuild my confidence in those. I'm really, really pleased with this week's loss. That £3 takes me to a total loss so far of 5 stone, £6.5. So I'm going to put my little balloons on my weight loss tracker. As always, my weight loss board is linked below this video. I don't get any kickback from the seller for these. She's a lovely seller on Etsy, and I just link it because I know lots of you like it. So there's my weight loss board with my 5 stone, £6.5. I'm half a pound away from popping one of those little 7s back on my keyring. Half a pound away from that. So I really hope I can get half a pound off next week and achieve that. I'm looking forward to the new scales coming, although with a little bit of trepidation. I'm enjoying getting out and being able to walk more. I'm actually enjoying walking the dogs now, whereas before it was just a chore and it was something I dreaded, and I'm getting pleasure from it now. Although, like I said, my legs still hurt, and I'm not cured of the various ailments that I have. Although a lot of them were exacerbated by my weight, they weren't curable by simply losing weight. So I've still got bone on bone knee. I've still got dodgy ankle. I've still got sciatica. I've got other stuff that I've still got edema in one leg. I've still got these things. Losing weight has not waved a magic wand and made them go away, but the pain is lessened and I am able to enjoy myself a bit more when I'm out and about, and I'm looking forward to this summer. Oh, another tiny non-scale victory before I go. Mum has in her garden an ordinary glass top table patio set. I expect you've seen it if you've watched The Waffle. Last year, Mum went out and specifically bought a little bench seat with a wide seat because she could see that I wasn't comfortable in those patio chairs. The metal arms were digging into my thighs. This year, it looks like Mum might have wasted her money on that bench seat because I can sit quite comfortably in the patio chairs. Sorry, Mum. Thank you for joining me for this week's Calorie Crush. I, as always, appreciate your support. I appreciate you watching, and I really appreciate every single one of your comments, whether it be telling me what you think of the new format or whether it be telling me what you think of me overall. I appreciate everything that you guys do to keep me going, and well done to all of you who are doing well as well. I know so many of you are doing really, really well. Please carry on telling me about your victories in the comments below because I love that you're doing well. Special mention at the end of this video. I don't know whether my friend Ali will watch this, but just in case she does, my friend Ali, who you will have seen on my channel a couple of times, obviously not so much since COVID, lockdown, all the rest of it. She's been prompted to start calorie counting because of how well I've done. And in her first week, she has lost 9 pounds, which is absolutely fantastic. So well done, Ali. I don't know if you'll watch this, but if you do, stupid thumbs up sign to you. Thank you all for watching. And I will see you next week for Carla's Calorie Crush, week 32. Take care. Bye for now.